Well, police are calling this shooting very unfortunate. Gunfire broke out in broad daylight and in a very busy area.
I was standing outside of my room on Highway 80, and I heard 6 or 7 different gunshots. And after seeing the police cars coming by, I just came around to see what was going on.
This witness did not want to go on camera, but he did say this shooting is one reason why he's disappointed in the city of Jackson.
But the city is jumping real bad right now, and we need to stop all this madness.
This all happened Monday afternoon at the Ellis Avenue location. Police say 3 cars met in the parking lot where an argument started.
It looks as if it's somewhat domestic.
That's when 2 people got out and began shooting at each other.
Somebody else done got killed.
Thankfully, no one died, but they were injured.
Right now, it appears to be non-life-threatening injuries.
We're told a man was shot in the back and a woman was shot in the leg. She was taken to Merritt Health for treatment. At the scene, detectives found at least 10 shell casings on the ground.
Just saw the yellow tape being put up. Nobody's been going out, thank God.
That witness says this could have been a deadly outcome had police not showed up when they did.
They could have got on scene at the wrong time, and one of them could have gotten killed trying to protect and serve the city of Jackson.
Well, right now, police are still looking for a white Jeep involved in this shooting. If you have any information, you are asked to contact police. Melanie Dotson, WJTV 12.
There are some details that we really don't want to disclose at this moment.
Details of a, quote, extensive investigation that led police to charge 25-year-old Joshua Lewis Blunt with second-degree murder in the death of his 8-month-old baby girl, Shania Carradine. Blunt told police he left little Shania in his car when he went inside his place of employment, this restaurant. It isn't clear how long Shania was in the car, but Blunt told police it was long enough for him to forget she was there.
I'm familiar with other cases somewhat similar to this case, but however, I cannot consider what happened in another jurisdiction to make a determination as to how we're going to handle this case.
This case may sound similar to the one in Madison just last week.
I can't imagine losing your own child and forgetting something that important to you.
A Madison County mother left her 2-year-old daughter in her car while she was at work. The child died in that vehicle as well. Douglas says each case is handled on their own merit.
We want the court system to work, not the court of public opinion. We would like to allow the court system to determine as we present the facts and the evidence concerning this case.
Blunt is currently being held in the Grenada County Jail on a $250,000 bond. In Grenada, Melanie Dotson, WJTV 12.
Nowhere in Jackson seemed to be safe.
This is the reaction several people share after hearing what happened here Tuesday night at the park at Moss Creek Apartments. Police say this is where 4 people were robbed, and one victim says she was raped. People who walked the trail across the street are shocked at what happened.
I was very surprised because I really feel very, very safe here.
Me and my cousin, we always go walking at the park, and we bring the children over here after school to play. But I didn't know that type of activity was going on over there.
It sounds like something out of a horror movie, but for the victims, it's all too real. We spoke with a family member of one of those victims. She describes what happened.
Someone had busted into their door. She described what he looked like, said he was African American, about 6'2", was wearing glasses and a gray hoodie, and he forced them on the ground and covered their heads with blankets and then led them one by one with the gun to their heads to the bathroom.
The gunman left right before grabbing electronics and debit cards. The family is asking of one thing.
I really want them to catch him.
A year or two, I knew I was going to be working constantly. I knew that was going to be daily. I had a job for that amount of time.
Malcolm Williams says losing his job with the city was a big blow to his family. Now he's left to pick up the pieces the best he can. Williams stood with other city workers in support of Tuesday's $37 million lawsuit filed by Mack & Associates against Siemens Industry Incorporation.
We have been talking to Siemens for probably the last month, trying to resolve these issues. And I will say Siemens came and sat down at the table with us, but not resolve the issues. And I would certainly like to resolve the issues rather than filing a lawsuit. But when you can't resolve an issue at the negotiating table, that's what the courthouse across the street is for.
The suit makes claims of fraudulent misrepresentation, breach of contract, gross negligence, and interference with business relations, just to name a few. In January of 2013, the city of Jackson entered into a contract with Siemens to make improvements to the city's water and sewer system. However, according to MAC, Siemens failed to carry out its part of the contract, leaving MAC to suffer financial loss. Close to 200 city workers lost their jobs.
Went to work one day and got there and wasn't no work.
And MAC made promises to those individuals that he would hire them, train them, and mentor them. And so even when there was a stoppage from the city, MAC continued to employ them and pay them. And that cost MAC a lot of money.
You just don't know the hardship it put me through, put me and my family through.
No, she should have said it because she called him out.
That was part of the aftermath of tonight's meeting. Teachers are frustrated by the things going on at Forest Hill High School. Parents are still looking for answers.
I'm still upset because I still don't feel my children are safe.
As a safety precaution, the executive director of campus enforcement will be at Forest Hill every morning and afternoon for student safety. Shonda Collins doesn't feel like it's enough.
The threats are still flying, floating all over the school. I've come to the conclusion that every day at 2 o'clock, I'm pulling mine out of school. I want my children to be educated. I don't want my daughter scared.
Shonda is referring to this video. It shows a parent and students fighting at the school. When Shonda saw this video of a parent fighting with a student, she was blown away. What's more disturbing is this photo of what we're told is a parent with a gun.
As a mother, you think about guns don't have bullets don't have names on them. Point blank, period, they don't. As an adult and a parent, come on, lady, are you serious?
If they know who she is and where she is, then let us know.
They needed a mature person to come through here and take this school back over. Because the students have taken this school. Point blank, period. They have. I've been here days where they run up and down the halls. They're cussing the teachers. They're cussing the parents, just out in the hall, buck wild.
People are calling us, and we are going to act on these tips.
That's what led Sheriff Mason and his team to the Super 8 motel on I-55. When they made it there, Mason says they smelled an odor coming from one of the motel rooms. Here's what they found: cocaine, meth, marijuana, 150 Xanax bars, codeine syrup, an AK-47, and several other pistols, and more than $1,000 in cash. A car was also towed.
The message we are trying to send these people is the Hinds County Sheriff's Office is not playing. It's a new day now, and we're trying to rid Jackson and Hinds County of all this illegal crime.
5 people were arrested: Marlon Mack, Shanika Smith, Jessica Sims, and 2 juveniles. But there's one more person officials are looking for: the person who booked the room. Right now, he hasn't been identified, but we do know he happens to be a former Hinds County deputy.
So he's going to face some charges, along with everybody else.
Mason and his team are fired up and ready for the next tip.
We are trying to make this area and these businesses safe.